So, what did we get the email about yesterday?
Battle
Drill 3. All right, where'd you find it?
YouTube.
And Blackboard.
You found it on YouTube. Okay. Where else?
ATP 3-21.8.
ATP 3-21.8. That sounds familiar. Where's that?
Blackboard.
It's on Blackboard. What?
Also reference Ranger handbooks here.
Also reference the Ranger Handbook. Ranger Handbook tells you exactly the same thing as ATP 321.8. Okay. So, is everyone ready? So we got however many on this side. You're broken up into two different groups. All right. So that's perfect because what I want y'all to do is y'all are going to get on this dry erase board, and you will get on that back dry erase board. All right. So what I want you to kind of do is draw out how you as a friendly force would break contact from the enemy force. Okay. So I want you to draw out, you know, phase by phase with the black marker. Right, you got black markers back there too. How you would break contact, and then I also want you to put up what your movement considerations are and your reasons to break contact. So movement considerations being what would dictate where you go or how you move while you break contact. Okay. So I want y'all think you can do this? Y'all prepared? All right, so go ahead and get up. Got about 5 minutes. Y'all have the labels, the team leader, AR, grenadier, rifleman, right? So make sure you label where those are on the friendly force. This is just a team. All right, we're starting with team. Get the basic concept down. Oh, let's kind of stand off to the side. Stand by your board. All right, so just kind of move off to the side and. All right, so let's go. Let's go weather hole. Or let's go this group. Y'all kind of brief what you got. First, how would you break contact? Initiate that.
So for breaking contact, first the squad leader is going to direct the first fire team or squad, his platoon, to disengage and from the remainder of the unit, and they're going to move while this unit remains suppressing fire, and this movement or this element is going to come to a different position to engage the enemy, while the main body can bound backwards, and then they're going to bound together.
Okay. What are they doing while they're bounding back?
They're going to continue suppressing fire.
All right. What else?
So here we have our cover as smoke. We're having our team leader and a rifleman move first, or our automatic rifleman grenadier laying suppressive fire.
Okay.
To keep the heads down. And then they'll just keep mounting back together.
Okay. And movement considerations. What do y'all got?
We have terrain, change direction to throw off the enemy or avoid mortars, and cover and concealment.
All right. And reasons to break contact.
If you're outmanned, outgunned, they have a terrain advantage, like they're on top of a hill, and you're below, or they outmaneuver you.
All right. What's another word for being outgunned?
Lacking fire superiority.
All right. Yep. So you can't maintain and control the fire superiority. All right. Okay. What about this group? Let's explain this.
Same general concept as they had. If you want to do it.
So we were moving directly backwards to get out of the range of fire as quickly as possible. That's what it had in one of the YouTube videos in accordance to the handbook, the Ranger handbook. And so the team leader and the automatic rifleman would stay, and the team leader would direct the maneuvering unit to fall back, and the team leader would stay because he would be able to direct more easily if he was with the unit that was still laying down suppressive fire.
So we've got coordinating movement with the different colors for bounding. So initially the team leader and the automatic rifleman will be holding the sectors of fire after deploying the smoke for the cover. Rifleman and grenadier moving down to the first holding position, and then once when they get there and set, they'll turn, cover suppressive fire. Team leader and AR will move down, same position, they have twice smoke for concealment. If they're firing straight, they'll get there eventually. So if they change directions, then they'll have more of an advantage.
Okay.
Covering to the rear.
Okay. So what do you have for movement considerations?
Movement considerations, the team leader, the squad leader, whoever was in charge of the unit, would move second so that they could be in charge of both the maneuvering unit and making sure that the initial suppressive fire was handled correctly. And then the unit would either move to cover or the most recently established rally point. The team leader or the automatic rifleman initiates the mad minute of fire, and this is the first set of suppressive fire that would cover the unit from the enemy's attack. And then they bound backwards, so like Ballard discussed, the first set of soldiers would move, and then the second set of soldiers would move, ensuring that someone is always laying down suppressive fire.
And the reasons to break contact, similar, if they lack fire superiority, right? Just in general, similar to outgun. If they need to reposition for cover, similar to terrain disadvantage. And if they need to move to a safe location to call indirect fire on that enemy.
Okay? Alright, so how do y'all think you did? Alright, let's kind of compare and contrast and maybe make some notes. Alright, y'all can sit down then. Alright. Hey, overall, pretty good, right? Because how much class time have we used to teach break contact? None, right? What did I have you do? Yeah, I gave it. You got the resources. Yeah, we got some self-aid and some buddy aid going on, right? Alright, so where are you breaking contact to?
You're gonna go to your last rally point or an ORP or just anywhere. If you don't have one in the vicinity, then you're just gonna go to where you are just covered, safe cover.
Okay.
And kind of get your stuff together and either return fire and set up a battle drill and flank the enemy, or you would retreat back to an ORP and then continue the mission.
Okay. Y'all got the same thing? Alright, what other considerations would you have? So what happens if you get separated? You and your last movement team? Or you and your team?
The squad leader, team leader, whatever size element it is, should make sure there's a designated last known rally point, so that in case teams get separated, they can go back to that rally point.
Alright, so y'all are starting to kind of see why rally points are important in your planning consideration. So it's important, we want to get you in the habit of doing rally points or making sure that rally points are set now. That way, whenever you move off and you get into a unit and you're conducting a mission and you actually have to break contact, you've got that set, right? Because you've just been in the process. It's been in you since school that you've needed to set up rally points, okay? Because if you practice it enough, it'll just become habit, and you'll make sure that other people do it too, right? It's just part of being the officer, making sure that, you know, the mission gets accomplished correctly, successfully, right? How are you gonna know if you don't know yourself? Okay, so, another thing we got the assignments that y'all gave for these 4 team members. Over there we've got the team leader moving with the rifleman. Why would that be correct or incorrect? Nick, what do you got?
The AR is that we use his suppressive fire with his automatic weapon and easily suppresses the enemy, and the grenadier can use his M240 or whatever, not the M240, 203, and he can use his smoke grenade. No, sorry, 320, and he can use his smoke grenade for reputation grenades to suppress the enemies.
Alright, so you're arguing that the AG or the automatic rifleman and the grenadier need to be together.
I just feel it would be more effective to suppress the enemy and suppress the line of sight of the enemy.
I feel like it's a better idea to split the two up so that not to leave one element vulnerable.
Okay.
So I was gonna say, sir, because when the rifleman and the team leader push or are covering security, they don't have as much fire superiority.
Yeah, y'all almost had the same setup over here as y'all did over there, right? But then y'all kind of talked through it, and you realized that the team leader needs to have command and control of his most casualty-producing weapon. I'm not sure if that's exactly how it went down, but that's kind of where we're at, right? Not only does the team leader need to stay there while the other group bounds, but he needs to stay there and have command and control of that casualty-producing weapon, right? That way, he's got overall authority and control of the movement. Okay, so when you're doing this setup, make sure the team leader's with the automatic rifleman. Okay? Again, not terrible. It's just we haven't done this before, right? So, but once you just kind of put the cards together, think about what the team leader's in charge of and what his responsibilities are, he might understand that he needs to have control of that, direct control, okay? So, what else? What about the movement? So, here, they're throwing the smoke, right? Is this the only time you would use smoke?
You can use that each down. So once both teams have gotten back, you use smoke and frag grenades again, depending on if the distance between you and the enemy was, if you had enough distance between you.
Okay. Yep. Y'all, I mean, I see those little lines over there, and that's your smoke, right? All right. So, who's throwing the smoke?
The moving element.
The moving element?
The one that disengaged originally.
Okay.
Because they're covering themselves when they're originally disengaging to get to that position.
Okay.
While the
So they're
pressing
throwing the
fire.
smoke, and then they're moving back. Ultimately, that's kind of an SOP call. All right. So your unit might have how they're supposed to do that, but that is generally a good call. All right, in that motion. While the other team can fire and keep the enemy's head down, they can throw the smoke, let the smoke bellow, and then move back. All right. Where are we moving back to?
Last known rally point, sir.
All right, last known rally point. Who's the team leader normally with?
Those kind of
All right, and in a basic form, this is break contact. So, whenever we do this at the LDX or the FTX here in a couple days, right, y'all will know how to effectively, now, we've got it in the classroom, y'all drew it out, so you kind of understand a little better than just me teaching it to you, right? You're actually able to kind of put it in practice. Now, let's put this at the squad level. All right, so we've got a whole other team, or a whole other, yeah, we've got a whole other team here. But how would we bound? So you've got the squad leader and two teams.
You could do it a couple different ways, sir. You could, if you have Alpha team on the left, Bravo team on the right, you could do it by flanking each team, or you could do individual battle buddy teams of both sides, going with comparative two, sir.
All right, so let's just make a couple new guys here, right? So here, instead of the team leader, we got the squad leader, right? So how would we move? Y'all see where I'm getting at right here? So you got the squad leader, the team he's with, and then the other team. Who goes first? So say he's with Alpha team. All right, so he would stay with Bravo or with Alpha. Bravo would bound first, right? And then Alpha. It's the exact same concept, except just on a bigger scale because there are more, especially dealing with cover, what the vegetation's like, what the terrain's like, if there are buildings around, right? I mean, y'all hit it all. Mostly it's going to be terrain based. All right. Do y'all have any questions on break contact?